Hello, my name is Lily Baker. I'm an undergraduate intern at Vanderbilt University Center for Teaching, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Alex Ruemmler, a Vanderbilt University student from the class of 2023 and a learning assistant for the general chemistry course. Welcome, Alex.
Hello, happy to be here.
So, what have you learned from being a learning assistant so far?
I think for being a learning assistant, I've learned a lot about like how people learn. And obviously, like I've had my own experiences as a student and I kind of have an idea of how I learn best. But it's been interesting to see the different approaches all the students in general chemistry take and their creativities in different ways of learning material and studying. So that's been really great for me to see.
So, how did being a learning assistant influence your thinking about science, your identity as a scientist, or your identity as an educator?
I'm an education major as well as a chemistry major. So in the future, I do want to be teaching in a high school classroom. So I think being in LA has been great in that regard to kind of not like test because that's not how that works, but to kind of get an idea of like student thinking and student learning and work with students to like further the like seeds of ideas that they already have about all these science topics. And I think it's the group work that we do in the LA program has given me a new vision of science education as well. And obviously, we could still always do better, but moving past the like just straight lecture format kind of opens up, some ideas about what we could be doing in higher education to teach science, which is really cool.
So, if you're describing being in LA to a friend, what would you say?
I would say it's like part academic support and part emotional support human. Um, a lot of what you end up doing in the classroom and outside of the classroom is like encouraging students and affirming that they are capable. There's a lot of issues too of like stereotype threat coming into college or, based on your identity, facing different experiences in the classroom that may, privilege some people more and others not so much. It's like affirming to everyone that they, belong and they have the ability to be successful. And then, when they're struggling, like giving them the support they need to be more successful, I think is really what the role kind of entails. It's a lot of connecting people with what they need and less of like me personally individually supporting every student. It's like
Yeah.
a connection role.
What has been the most rewarding part of being a learning assistant so far?
I think getting to know the students in your group and getting to see them like flourish and get excited about things. I think a lot of the freshmen, specifically in all the intro classes, are really nervous coming in. And so watching them become more confident in their own abilities and watching them understand that they can, like, even if they don't understand the concept right now, like they have the tools and abilities to work it through and figure it out for themselves and figure it out in a way that like has meaning to them.
Mhm.
It's been really rewarding.
And would you recommend being a learning assistant to other students?
Yeah, definitely. If you're interested in, helping other people through some of the struggles you had in intro science classes at Vanderbilt and interested in learning more about what it means to learn and do science, I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Alex, for speaking with me today.
Yeah, of course.